Do you want to see Israel destroyed?
Yeah, Iran is not like carpet bombing. They're not doing a Gaza and Israel. They're going for military targets. So yes, I want them to destroy bases, the Mossad headquarters, the airfields.
They're not doing any of that. They only hit civilians. They only hit hospitals. They only hit civilian buildings in Beersheba. People die today as we speak. What is this woman on? What is she on? How you guys doing? This is Official Sahar TV, and this video today will prove to you that the pro-Iranian protesters are absolutely full of shit. Let's take a look.
Iran is funding Hamas and Hezbollah. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah,
Like, do you feel like that's a good thing to do?
of course.
Okay. And why is it a good thing?
Resistance to
Understand? No, I completely get it.
Israeli
Yeah.
crimes.
Yeah,
occupation crimes.
I understand.
Absolutely.
I understand. So they think, how could you fund Hamas because Hamas did October 7th? What are your thoughts on that?
Resistance.
Yeah.
Resistance is actually legal. Resistance to illegal criminal occupation is actually legal.
What occupation? The Israelis left Gaza in 2005, completely disengaged, dug out the graves, took out dead bodies of Jews. What occupation is she talking about? There's no legality in committing the crime that they did, and what she's doing right now is justifying the rape of women, the killing of children, the burning of people, and the taking of 250 people hostage, dead and alive. Absolutely disgraceful.
Like, Israel does not have the right to defend itself against the people it's occupying, but the people it's occupying have the right to resist.
Gaza wasn't even occupied. Israel withdrew in 2005, and according to her, Israel should have let Hamas eliminate as many Jews, Arabs, and Christians living in Israel because Israel doesn't have a right to defend itself. This woman living in America is pro-Hamas, pro-Hezbollah, and according to her pin, she's Jewish. If you ever wondered how in the world there were Jews who supported Hitler, well, now you're getting to know one of them who would have. Now, Hamas has been clear since its inception that they want to eliminate every Jew on earth, and yet this woman just said that she supports them. She is the biggest chicken for KFC that I have ever encountered.
Oh, yeah.
So the military part, which it was originally started as a military action, and then it ended up being too easy. And yes, after they broke out, some other people followed, or whatever. I'm against, the civilian deaths, although a lot of the civilian deaths were the Hannibal Directive, like Israel killed them.
By the way, that is absolutely false. And look at the confidence that she's talking with. She's talking with so much confidence, like she knows more than anybody else. What an absolute fool, wearing a terrorist keffiyeh, the same people that would kill her the same way they would kill us. A Jew protesting against Israel. Absurd.
And the rapes and the child beheadings, that's all bullcrap. Like, that didn't happen. But there were...
Of course it happened. If you want, there's a Telegram group that I have access to. I can send you the link and you can see everything that happened. And she is clearly lying right now.
They killed some civilians. I'm against that. The attack on the military base.
Hold on, I'm confused. You're saying you're against it? Because I think the number's like 1,200. Right?
Again, Israel killed a lot of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. I understand.
I think they've. I think it's like that was the original. I think it got lower.
Okay, so you are against you. Okay, but you're
Everybody's speaking like military experts, like they would have done something else. Do you have any idea the amount of chaos that took place in Israel on October 7th? How many people were dressed like soldiers? How many people were dressed like civilians? It was chaotic as hell. 3,000 people invaded the borders. 3,000 people committed horrific crimes. And then people are saying, oh no, the IDF killed most of them. What are you, stupid? What are you, stupid? Clearly you are. You're wearing a keffiyeh as a Jew protesting against Israel.
against the civilian deaths in Israel? You are against it?
I'm against the civilian. Like, I'm against the few civilians that Hamas killed. Again, Israel killed most of them.
When you say a few, so are you saying that Israel killed like 1,000 of them?
Hamas, it was mostly an attack on the military bases that were like surrounding, Gaza. And then again, they assumed that they were all going to get killed. But then they didn't, because that operation was too easy, because IDF only knows how to kill unarmed civilians.
Yo, her face is super slappable, super like, if I would stand there, oh my God, no, I wouldn't do this. I'm a pretty calm person, but look at Nate Friedman, just doesn't understand how to keep a calm face and talk to this lady. She's so stupid. So what, the festival that they killed 364 people at was what? What was it exactly? Huh? Was it the IDF? Yo, people are delu.
And then they were roaming around, and they did end up killing some civilians, which I am against.
Are you saying, because I watched the footage of October 7th, the like uncensored, footage. And
They killed some civilians.
And I saw that like on the kibbutzes that they're killing. Are you including that? And you're saying?
I'm including that.
Wow. Okay. Hamas filmed their own atrocities on October 7th, most of which you can still find online. To claim they only killed a few civilians is a blatant and pathological lie.
Disgusting.
As for the Hannibal Directive, it has nothing to do with targeting civilians. Its sole purpose is to prevent Israeli soldiers from being taken hostage, which can sometimes involve risking the soldier's life to stop an abduction in progress. It's a policy that has been retired for nearly a decade, and there were some reports that it may have been reinvoked on the 7th, but it's very irresponsible to compare an extremely niche case of preventing horrific captivity of a soldier to Hamas intentionally targeting children. Now, the protest is about to move toward Times Square, but I didn't want to end the interview just yet, as I felt that we were getting closer to the truth behind this movement.
Do you want to see Israel destroyed?
What?
Do you want to see Israel destroyed?
Yeah. Well,
I mean, your pin says you're Jewish, right?
at this point, I do. I used to believe in the one democratic state solution. But, okay, so Iran is not like carpet bombing. They're not doing a Gaza and Israel. They're going for military targets. So yes, I want them to destroy bases, the Mossad headquarters, the airfields, I would love for them to assassinate.
They're not doing any of that. They only hit civilians. They only hit hospitals. They only hit civilian buildings in Beersheba. People died today as we speak, when the ceasefire was in progress. What is this woman on? What is she on? Well, I want them to hit Benjamin Netanyahu. Well, they're not hitting him. I want them to assassinate all of the military. Well, they're not. They're hitting civilians. They're targeting civilians. If we would not have had the Arrow system to prevent ballistic missiles from entering our aerial space, we would have had tens and hundreds of thousands of civilian casualties. This woman is delusional AF.
Netanyahu, Ben Gvir, and Smotrich, especially Ben Gvir and Smotrich. I don't care about Netanyahu. I would love for them to do that, yes.
Okay. And
weaken it to the point where it can be like imploded from within.
Would you say that it's fine if millions of Jews died in that process?
What?
Would you say that it's okay if millions of Jews died in that process to that pursuit?
Well, as long as the Israeli government is using them as hostages. Do you know they're not allowing them to leave? Like Israeli citizens are not. What does that tell you?
Well, she's finally said the quiet part out loud. She is perfectly okay with a genocide if it means taking out two political opponents. A genocide of her own people, by the way.
Yo, this woman is crazy. She's crazy. Nate Friedman caught the juice. He caught the honey. He caught all of it on film. Proud of you, Nate. Proud of you. You're the best.
Now, of course, it's evil. That's hard to comprehend, but at least you are hearing it for yourself, and it's not something that you have to guess anymore. As for Israel, quote, not letting their citizens out, yeah, closing the airport because you are being bombed by Iran isn't exactly imprisoning your citizens. It's keeping them safe in the bomb shelters, which are built in Israel and not in Gaza because Israel values human life and Hamas does not. So who's behind these claims? Who's funding this movement that she's a part of?
Guys, I'll include the full video of Nate Friedman in the description below because I do want to support him. I want his channel to grow, exposing Iranian protesters, not actually protesting for what they claim they're there for, is absolutely important. And I'm glad Nate Friedman was able to catch this Jewish lady speaking against Jews, being a complete capo. Internalized racism is at her core, and I'm glad he was able to catch her. Please don't forget to subscribe to Nate Friedman's his channel. He's really, really good, and he releases quality content all the time. Yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to support me financially, you can do so through Buy Me Coffee or Patreon down in the links in the description. And by the way, I just opened a Discord account. It's going to be attached in the description. You can join, we can speak there, and build a great community together. Thank you so much. I'll see you again in the next video. Bye-bye.